Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to put advanced custom fields into your Genesis Framework website using the Dynamik website builder. I already have quite a few custom hook boxes set up in this particular build. This is what I use to build Blank Slate from a theme that I'm working on from the get-go. Using the custom hook boxes inside Dynamik's actually really easy to do. I'm going to scroll down this very bottom one here that I had just set up. All you do is hit add, and then it'll let you start giving a name. So in this case, I named it tester. It lets you control where you hook it into the content. In order to know where all these hooks go, you'll want to look at the visual hook guide. This thing's awesome. It gives you a really good idea and makes it really simple to say, oh, if I use, say, Genesis before content sidebar wrap, this is where it's going to hook in. Or let's say I do Genesis before content, it'll hook in here. Genesis entry header, it'll hook in just before it. Genesis entry content, it'll hook in here, for example. So it makes it really easy to figure out where you want everything to show up on your site. You can take a look at this and be like, okay, this is where it's going to show up. That's where that hook box falls into the natural flow of things. So this case, I'm doing Genesis before entry content since I want it after the title for the post, but before the content itself. I gave it a priority of 10. That's just the default. So I went ahead and left it at that. If I end up with multiple in that area, I can change the priorities around to control the order they show up. So for example, where I did 10 rows, I just started at 10 and worked my way up to make sure that they fall in the right order that I want. And then I have it set to hooked. In this drop down menu here, I can also set up a bunch of different things with it. I could make this hook box just a short code, and the only way it would show up on a page ever is if I put in a short code into that page or widget that was just a bracket for the name of it. So in this case, it would be bracket tester bracket. I would put that short code into the actual page, and it would execute it and work it for me. I can set it as both. I can create this as just regular CSS as well and hook it in that way. There's a lot of cool things you can do. Mostly what I'm going to use this for, though, is what it truly is meant for, which is just as a hook box. I can set up custom conditionals and control when it does and doesn't show up and when it does and doesn't execute. And then these are just a couple little extras. I don't really play around with them very much. On occasion, I will use the do shortcode button here, which is pretty cool since if I did have a shortcode in here, for example, I should probably make that a square bracket at the front so that way it's happy with me. I can hit do shortcode and it automatically wraps it in the proper PHP for that shortcode to execute. But I don't tend to put a lot of shortcodes into these areas just because it's not how I use them. So I've got this all set up, and in the case here, I just have the advanced custom field, real basic stuff here. I'm asking it to get the field name tester. Is all this is really saying. So I just open up have my opening PHP here. I use their action, which is the field, and then got the name there, and I'm good to go. I just have to make sure that I have a custom field that matches that, which I actually happen to already have. Created tester. I created inside of that, I created tester itself once again, and have that hooking in. In this case, it's just text. And down here, I have it set to only display on post pages and only be available to me on a post. I could set it up different ways as well. I could change it to logged in user type, or the ones who have access to use the custom fields, things like that. Changing this doesn't affect what displays on the website itself. It just changes who gets to see it in the admin panel and who gets to tweak those. So it's a really powerful way to set it up so that the only people that could say update a custom headline, for example, or people that are set up as admins, but other people could still log into your WordPress admin panel and change a post up, for example. So if you are using these for a website they have multiple people maintaining, you can control who has access to them with those. So I'm going to hop over to posts. I'm going to take a look at all posts. We're just going to look at Hello World here, and we'll scroll all the way down the bottom and we'll see I already have my tester field showing up here, and I already put some information in there saying this is my tester field, so you can see what's going on. And we will go ahead and view this, and as you can see, looks pretty normal, but I do have my tester field information showing up there. So once again, take a look at the visual hook guide. That will let you know which hook you want to use to get the content where you want in the flow of your page. And the big thing to do is just make sure you have your custom field set up and labeled correctly. And then Genesis Dynamik Custom, I come to my hook box page and I just make sure that I set it up here with a name, and realistically I could give this any name I wanted. I could call this super, for all it cares, I could call it super cool. It doesn't have to be the name of the field. The only time that I have to worry about the field is the actual code. Otherwise I can change it around. If I want, I can go ahead and put this Genesis before sidebar wrap, save my changes, come back up here, go ahead and view the site, and I'm actually going to see two instances of this now when I get into my Hello World here. So this is my tester field and this is my tester field. The reason I got two, and this is something I just wanted to show real quick, when you change the name of a custom hook box inside Dynamik Custom, instead of deleting the old one and setting up a new one, it just automatically sets up a new one. So once again, guys, that's how you add in an advanced custom field to your Genesis-powered website using the Dynamik Custom Website Builder.